Okay, I want to purge some items out of inventory, some items that are no longer used or maybe never used. In particular, right now I'm concerned about what we call the dedicated items, which the system builds per job, the 001, 002s, and so on. So the first thing I do is I go into Set Inactive Items right here. Okay, and it defaults to my lowest number, which already is a 001. But over here, End With, because I only want to deal with numbers that are digits, my 001s and so on, I'm just going to put a bunch of 9s in here. So now I only get numbers that are pure digits. When I list these, I want to see active items, not inactive, so I make them active items. I'm going to sort them by the last transaction date so I can see the ones that were used the longest time ago. I don't want to see non-stock items. These are stock items. I could be getting rid of non-stock items, but for my purposes here, I'm going to do that. And I want to see everything that has not been used in a year. Now this will list items that are not on open orders, POs, receipts, and items that have no costs or quantities on hand. So there's nothing going on with these items, and if nothing will have happened with them for a year, according to this, or some of them in some cases nothing ever did happen with them. So first I'm going to list these. So I view them. These are all the items that meet those requirements, and you see a lot of these were never even used. They've never been sold or bought. And then the rest of these by date, it's showing me when they were last used. So these were used a year and a half ago. It's September of 2018 now. So I would go through this list a little bit, look through it, and then I would say, okay, I either want to make all these inactive, in which case I can just click check all items, or I can pick and choose which ones I want to keep and so on. I can, of course, get a smaller list, narrow it down, but in this case, I really would want to check them all. And then I would click this button to set them all to inactive. I'm not going to do that now, but that's what you do in the normal process of things. And then the final step is to simply delete inactive items. And this function will delete all the items that are inactive in the system that have been marked inactive. And you've got one last check on here. You can say only delete them if they've had a transaction date before a particular date, and you pick a date, whether a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, and then you click this button. It will delete all the inactive items. So that's briefly how you manage items, clean up your inventory, get rid of dedicated, what we call one-time items, and so on. I hope that's helpful.